Thomas, the speaker, the great speaker. He had this story that he told about, and he has the shirt that says, "When you want to breathe as bad as you want, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you know that's the effort that you have to match, and how passionate you have to be about what it is that you're trying to achieve. I don't care what it is. What's your effort look like? Is your effort on the low end, or is your effort on the top end? What's your level of effort?" And one of my closest friends that passed away some years ago, he played high school basketball, and I remember when we met, he had this basketball. When we met in college, he had this basketball, and on his basketball, his name is Craig. He on his basketball, he had the letters MTXE. And so, we were trying to, we wanted to know what that meant, MTXE. And he said that was what they learned from their coach in playing basketball. And the MTXE stood for mental toughness, extra effort. Mental toughness, extra effort. That's what teams do, y'all. That's the difference between those that are successful and then those who aren't successful. That's what separates the good from the great. The mental toughness, but the extra effort. Are you willing to go beyond what is needed in order to be able to succeed? And I use this example all the time, and I've said it all the time. I've said it several times, but I remember watching a interview that Jason Williams did. He's a old basketball player. He went to Duke, but he was telling a story of one time that they were playing before he got injured and had to retire from basketball. He said at one time they were going to play the Los Angeles Lakers, and he said he wanted to go to the gym to get some extra time in, wanted to get some reps in and everything like that. And he said he got to the gym and Kobe Bryant was at the gym. He said he'd been there, a while because he had worked up, he had a sweat and everything like that. So he said he sat there for a minute, watched him work out, and he kept doing this one particular move. That's all he was working on. He was working on one particular move. And so he said he went and did his workout, got his, did his regimen. He said he was in there about maybe an hour or so, hour and a half, maybe something like that. I don't know. He said less than 2 hours that he was there. And he said when he left, Kobe was still there. Now, mind you, Kobe was there before he got there, and then he was there after he had gotten there, right? So he said they had the game that evening. Kobe dropped whatever on them. And he said after the game, he said he had to go and ask Kobe. He had to go ask Kobe about about being in the gym. He said, "Man, you were there before I got there. You were there after I left." And Kobe said, "Yeah, I know." He said, "I know." He said, "But I wanted you to know that no matter how hard you tried, you were not going to beat me. You were not going to outwork me. Not beat me, but outwork me. You're not going to outwork me." That's effort, y'all. That's mental toughness, extra effort. If you want to succeed as an entrepreneur, as a leader, you've got to be the one to put in the extra effort. You've got to be the one that says my effort has to be more than everybody else's. My effort has to be the one, show the one that I'm there before everyone, I'm there after everyone. That's what that 85 Bears team did. That's what that 2000 Ravens team did. That's what that 80s Bears team did. That's what the 80s 49ers team did. They watch more film. I promise you, they watch more film than everybody else. They knew their assignments. They knew what their opponents were going to do even before they did it. That was making sure that the effort was there. What kind of effort are you willing to put in today? What kind of effort are you willing to put in to get that client? What kind of effort are you willing to put in to not only meet the need of your clients but exceed the expectations of them? Going beyond the going beyond what may be asked of you, because you understand that's what it's going to take. That's what the successful people do. It's not just about doing. Average people can do, average people do average things. But to be extraordinary, you have to put in the extra effort. You have to put in the effort in order to be able to stand out and to be better than everybody else. You want your product and service to be taken seriously by people. Put the effort in. One of the things that I marvel at watching the history channels, the food that built America, the men that built America, the cars that built America, all of those different documentaries that they do on companies. The thing that I marvel at in watching those entrepreneurs and watching those leaders was the amount of effort that they were willing to put in to bring their product to market, or to just get, to be successful. They were willing to put in the effort. They were willing to do what others aren't willing to do. And that's what makes the difference between an entrepreneur and someone who works a 9 to 5. They're willing to put in that effort. Not that you don't put in the effort in 9 to 5, but they're willing to put in. Those are the entrepreneurs who are willing to put in the effort of taking the risk and owning what it is that they're doing. What's your effort look like today? That's what teams do. All those that are around you, are you putting in the effort, and then are those that you're spending your time with. We talked about time yesterday. Are those that you're spending time with willing to put in effort as well? Because I promise you, if you surround yourself with those that are willing to put in the effort, you're putting in the effort too, and then even they will want to match your effort. Entrepreneurs, leaders, make people better. That was the great thing about Magic Johnson. He made his teammates better. Why? Because of the effort that he put in. He was about, hey, I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to show you I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to make the effort. And I need you to do that. Ray Lewis did the same thing on that 2000 Ravens team. He watched film. He put in the effort. One, because he knew that it would show leadership in his locker room. But then also, he knew, and he talked about this, he knew that, that the Peyton Mannings, the Tom Brady's, all of those that were great were putting in effort too. So, take a look at your industry. Who's putting in the effort? Are you putting in the effort? Or are they putting in more effort than you? Mental toughness, extra effort. That's what it takes to be an entrepreneur. That's what it takes to be a great leader. Yeah, I know it sucks sometimes because we gotta put in the effort, and it's work. It's work. And I think a lot of times those who are aspiring entrepreneurs, or who say, hey, that they think that anybody and everybody can be a leader, they don't calculate the effort and the cost that it takes in order to be able to be the leader, to be an entrepreneur. When you think about that, it can be overwhelming to have your own business, to galvanize a group of people to move towards one mission, one assignment, one goal, and be organized in it. That takes effort, y'all. It takes effort. Look at anyone that's successful, that's a successful entrepreneur. Look at anyone who's a successful leader and check their effort. Check the effort that they put in. They're willing to pay the cost of the effort that they have to put in. And that's not for everybody. But for those that are willing to put in the extra effort, they're willing to say, hey, I know that this is going to cost me some work. Because you've got to do the work. If you want to be considered the top of your industry, if you want to have the top product, the top service, you got to put in that work. You got to put in the effort. Anybody that tells you that you don't, they lying to you. And we've gotten into this day and time in this 21st century where people think that it's almost things should be given to you, that you don't have to work for them. A lot of people think that. They think that things should just be handed to you, should just be given to you just because. You got to put in that work. You know, you don't get the young man Jalen Hurts just became the I think the highest paid NFL player right now, signing with the Eagles, the extension that he signed. But he got that because of the effort that he put in. He got that position because he was willing to do the work. Are you willing to do the work? That's the question that you got to ask yourself today. Are you willing to do the work? When you want to succeed more than you want to breathe, then you will be successful. How bad do you want it? How hard are you willing to work for it? Putting in that effort in order to be able to get the results. I was talking with with one of my friends yesterday, and we were talking about putting the work in, putting the effort in, and how you have those days where you just like I don't feel like it, and those are the days that you have to put in that extra effort. And we were talking about, I was telling him that Muhammad Ali said he hated having to train. He hated having to train and work out. He said, but he knew in order for him to live the rest of his life as a champion, he had to do the work and put in the effort of training, no matter how bad he disliked it. So I know as an entrepreneur, you may not like those dog days, those days that you got to do the work, that you got to put in that work. As a leader, there are days that you don't feel like it. But that's when you go to your core and you put in that extra effort. You utilize the mental toughness that you have as a leader. You utilize the mental toughness that you have as an entrepreneur. Because we don't think like everybody else. What I always say, we don't think like everybody else. There's a certain mental toughness about being an entrepreneur. There's a certain mental toughness about being a leader that everybody else doesn't have. And when you can lean on that in those days that you don't necessarily have the desire and that effort, you lean on that. You use that extra fuel that you got packed up inside you that everybody doesn't have. So today, I want you to look at your effort. What effort are you putting in to be successful? What effort are you putting in to make sure that your product and service is the best that's out there? What effort are you putting in to ensure and make sure that your clients have a great experience with you? You've got to put in the effort. You've got to put in the effort today. Check your effort. See what your effort look like. What's your effort look like? And ask yourself today, am I doing those things? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing to ensure that I'm achieving what it is that I want to achieve. Like I told you, that 1% every single day, y'all. Increase that effort by 1% a day. Just 1%. That's all I want you to do. If you put in that effort, I promise you, you'll get the results. Do the work, get the results. That's what we talk about here on this Talk About It Tuesday. We're talking about team. Principles of team. Are you maximizing your effort, and then are those that you're surrounding yourself willing to put in the same effort too? They got to match your effort. They've got to match it. If they can't match it, they won't be left there for long with. They shouldn't be left there long with you, for you. But you've got to have the effort first. Then you can demand the effort of those that are around you. Check your ecosystem. Check your circle of impact. What kind of effort are you all putting in? What kind of effort are you putting in? Once you do that, watch how you soar. It's your boy, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr., the Impact Builder. We talking about the principles of team, y'all, all week. All week. The 85 Bears, 2000 Ravens, the 80 Lakers, the 2000 San Antonio Spurs. We talking about all of them this week. I don't know if I had the Bulls in there, the '90s Bulls. Y'all know I wasn't a Bulls fans at all. So anyway, but we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Want you to have a great day, have a phenomenal day. Get out, get some exercise in, get that workout in, put that effort in, get that workout in. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.